All right, so here we are. And after looking at that output, I just went ahead and cleared the screen. Let's do a vagrant -h, which is the help message for Vagrant command line tool, and then we could see what we have at our disposal. And we're going to use a couple of these, but you could see it gives pretty good help output for what the command does, and we'll use a couple of these. But first, the command that we're going to be using a lot is ls. Right, we want to see what we have in our directory, and this one right here is the important one that we're going to take a look at, Vagrant File. So let's go ahead and vim vi into Vagrant File, which is the configuration for our Vagrant box. Right, it has all the details that we saw earlier upon installation. And if this looks a little bit intimidating, don't worry. For now, we only have to worry about a couple of lines here, and most of this are actually comments. If you see everything with the pound sign, those are comments, which reading through them gives us a pretty good idea of what's going on. So here's the first line that is actually running, right? It's not a comment. Vagrant configure, do config, and that basically executes our configuration. And the next one is down here, which is the name of our box, of our Vagrant box. Remember, the one that we installed with Vagrant in it. And scrolling all the way to the bottom here, something's up with my cursor. There we go. You see a end keyword, so that's where the Vagrant file ends. Now, going back up to the top, we're going to change one thing here, and it's going to be right here. And in order to edit things in VI, in Vim, you press the I key on your keyboard, and you see insert. That means you're about to edit, or you can make a change. So what we're going to do here is just add a host name. We have our box name. Now we're going to add a host name. And we do that with config.vm.hostname. And let's go ahead and name this Trusty, just like the name of the box, but Trusty01. In case we make more of these. Remember, Vagrant is a tool that allows us to quickly deploy VMs from one base image. So if we wanted to, we could create many VMs from this base image. So we're just going to call it Trusty01. And to exit, to save and exit out of Vim, press your escape key, :WQ. So I'll say that once more, since VI does have a bit of a learning curve. Escape, :WQ, which means write quit. So now that file has been updated. And in order for those configurations to take place or to take effect, we're going to use one of these commands up here. And that's going to be Vagrant reload here. As you could read here, it says restarts Vagrant machine and loads the new Vagrant file configuration. So this means that the changes will take effect. The changes that we just did in this VI command, we're going to be taking effect. And a fun fact is that Vagrant reload actually combines a couple of commands. Combines Vagrant halt and Vagrant up. So a little bit of a shortcut workflow there. But let's go ahead and do that. Vagrant reload. And that'll make sure that those changes that we just made take effect. See the output here? That is telling us what's going on behind the scenes. The network interfaces, the port forwarding. And in this case, the only change that's going to be different from the last time is the host name. So you can see, successful at setting the host name. And now we have an updated config file, which for Vagrant are called Vagrant files.